Okay, we've all been there, right? You've got to give someone some feedback, maybe some criticism, and you're just dreading it. You're picturing the argument, the bad feelings. It's a nightmare. But what if I told you there's a way to do it that not only avoids a fight, but might actually make your relationship stronger?
I mean, think about it. Whether it's at work, with a colleague, with a good friend, or even your partner, trying to find just the right words so you don't start a conflict, it can feel pretty much impossible sometimes. Well, believe it or not, there's a better way. And get this, it's actually kind of funny. There's a technique that can take that super tense moment and turn it into something that, well, actually brings you closer. All right, let's get into the recipe. This whole thing is called the communication sandwich. And to really see how it works, we're going to meet a couple, Tim and Lisa. They're going to show us exactly how to put this sandwich together.
So, what on earth is a communication sandwich? Well, it's actually super simple, but it's brilliant. You basically take your piece of criticism, that's the filling, and you put it between two positive statements. Think of those as the bread. You start with something nice, then you deliver the feedback, and you end with something nice. It just softens the blow and makes people way more open to what you have to say.
So let's break that down into the three key ingredients. First, you've got the top slice of bread. This has to be a genuine compliment. That's super important. It starts everything off on the right foot. Then you've got the filling. That's your constructive criticism. And finally, the bottom slice of bread, another compliment, something reassuring that ends the whole thing on a high note and reminds them you're on the same team.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does it actually look like? Well, let's check in with Tim and Lisa for a live demonstration. Tim's gonna go first, and he's got some, let's call it saucy feedback for Lisa.
All right, here comes that top slice of bread. Listen to this. Tim starts with something super specific, super heartfelt. You can tell he means it. It's not just some generic compliment. It's warm, it's genuine, and boom, the whole conversation starts on a really positive note.
And now for the main event, the filling. This is the criticism part. But notice, he doesn't just say, hey, you're messy, close the door. No way. He uses humor. He paints this funny, exaggerated picture about the pantry door, and that little bit of comedy just makes the feedback so much easier to swallow.
I mean, come on, a portal to a snack dimension? How great is that? It's just a perfect example of how a funny metaphor completely changes the game. It's memorable, it's not confrontational at all, and suddenly, instead of fighting, they're sharing a laugh. And finally, Tim wraps it all up with that bottom slice of bread. He ends with another genuine compliment that shows he really appreciates her. So the whole piece of feedback is just wrapped in warmth and humor. And there you have it. He has successfully served the sandwich.
Okay, but this isn't just a one-way street, right? This is a two-for-one special. So now it's Lisa's turn. Let's see what kind of sandwich she's gonna serve up for Tim. So Lisa starts with her top slice, and it's a really sincere compliment about his sense of humor. Right away, she's building that positive foundation. She's letting him know he's loved and appreciated before she gets to the tricky part. And here comes the filling. She brings up his, let's say, unique approach to cleaning. And again, she uses this hilarious exaggeration. She's not attacking his character. She's just playfully pointing out a habit in a way that's impossible not to laugh at. Let's just pause on that for a second, because look at the difference here. On one side, you've got the blunt, direct criticism that would definitely start a fight. But on the other, you have the sandwich approach, which turns the exact same problem into a joke they can share. It really shows you delivery is everything.
And Lisa just sticks the landing with her bottom slice of bread. It's such a loving, funny compliment because she's appreciating his effort, even if it doesn't always work out. The whole thing ends with affection and laughter, and any tension that might have been there is just gone.
So, okay, we've seen it in action twice now, and it clearly works. But why? Why is this recipe so effective? What's really going on here?
I don't think I could say it any better than Tim does right here. It's like a hug, but with words. That's it. That's the whole thing. This isn't some trick to manipulate people. It's about giving feedback from a place of genuine care and respect for the other person. So at the end of the day, here's why it works. It just softens the blow, it protects the relationship, it starts and ends things on a positive note, and most importantly, it uses humor to bring you together instead of pushing you apart. It's a tool for building your relationship up, not for tearing it down.
So, next time you find yourself needing to have one of those tough conversations, maybe just think about Tim and Lisa. The real takeaway here isn't just a communication hack. It's a whole shift in your mindset. And it really just leaves you with one question to think about. Couldn't your own conversations use a little side of laughter?